everyone. So last week what we did was Varun, can you make me host please? So last week we've seen all the shapes, how to configure a connection, how to configure an operation, how to fetch a response profile, how does it look like, and how to choose it within a map. So any questions still there? Anyone? Anyone having any questions? No?
Hello, Ankit.
Yes, Adi.
JSON format is not set in message. Some error is occurred there.
Okay, can you share your screen and show me what is the error? Hello?
Actually, DY is
Okay.
a
Okay,
process
no,
in there.
okay, no problem. Let me share my screen and you can tell me. Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, visible, Ankit.
Okay, so you're saying in this process you are facing issues or where?
JSON format is transformation. I'm fetching the JSON format in message.
In this, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the issue? I don't see any
Actually,
error.
JSON format is some error is there. Message.
Yeah, this profile is in JSON format only.
Sir, actually, please look at chat box, sir, once.
DY is shared with chat box.
Okay.
Sir, in this format, what is the problem? I don't understand. We created around 3 to 4 JSON profiles to convert in XML, but we are unable to process it.
Okay.
So instead of wasting our time, we did in flat file and converted to XML and started our process.
Okay. I will tell you what is the problem here. Okay. Close this. You want to import this profile?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See this as well.
Aniket,
Yes. Varun.
మానస, దివ్య,
Yes, sir.
మీరు అసలు ప్రొఫైల్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి ఏంటి అనేది చెక్ చేయలేదు ఇంతవరకు. లాస్ట్ టైం నేను మళ్ళీ చెప్పాను కదా, మీకు చెక్ చేయలేదు మీరు?
చేస్తున్నాం వరుణ్.
What is the problem here?
Yeah.
I don't see any
Atti-
issue.
యాక్చువల్లీ, హలో అనికేత్.
Yeah, Varun.
So actually I told them to focus on the profiles, how to import and how to create a profiles in Boomi and separate files. And I was told them like many times. These people are doing same thing from the beginning, like they are just in the beginning. I don't understand like how the people are following the classes or not.
Ah,
They are importing the profile as a array in a
yeah.
profile.
See, guys, I told you, right? There is a JSON format, okay? It always followed by an object and an array. Okay, what you are importing is, I told you in the beginning itself that this parenthesis is always denoting array. Okay, and then within that we have objects. But even if you are importing it, I didn't find any issue while importing. And within message shape, if I copy the same data, okay, what you have to do actually is you have to keep it under uh, inverted commas. Okay, so where exactly did you face the issue? I want to know that. Tell me one thing, okay? You put this into a message shape. Did
Yes,
you create a profile?
Yes, sir. I have created, but before passing through message only, I'm getting error. Can't pass
Okay.
this argument like that EMP ID it is showing.
Let's see. Do that. One second. Even then, I'm not seeing any issue. See, it processed properly. See this. This is what your data said, right? First name is this. Emp ID. Emp ID is AO1, right? That's what you got, AO1, isn't it?
Yes.
So where is the issue? I mean, what have you been doing that caused this issue? And second thing, if you have imported a profile, where did you import it? I want to see that profile. This one? No. This is again not the one. So where is the profile? Where did you import all that data that you just shown me? Anyone? Okay, listen, you have to tell me, right? Then only we'll be able to solve those issues. If you're not telling me where is the issue, where you have imported, what you have tried,
Sir,
I won't be able to look at it.
Once, let me share screen, sir. Once.
So where is the profile that you mapped for map shape? Where you imported it for map shape? I want to see that.
Sir, let me share screen, sir.
Okay.
Here, sir.
One second. Your screen is. You won't be able to share, right? Let me make you host first. Then only. Yeah. Now share your screen.
Here, sir.
Mhm. Okay. Now see how have you done that? First an object, then an array, then again.
So, should I use here colon here and
No,
delete
no,
it?
no, 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 no. It's fine. Just delete that. Go down, scroll down in the data. See. Okay. Okay. So your first variable, why have you set it as current data?
Okay.
Variables. Why have you set it as current data?
Initially, I don't have data in start shape, no, sir.
No, no. So see, current data is used when you are using this data after this message shape. Okay. You are using message shape for processing this data, right? Remove that current data variable.
Okay.
Click on OK. Now try and run. See. Okay.
Okay, I got error in the map shape.
Map shape, right?
Yeah.
So that means your profile is not imported properly. So you need to import that profile properly first.
Okay.
Go to your source profile. This is a flat file. This does not seem to be a JSON.
Okay.
Your source profile, right? You named it as JSON, but it is not a JSON profile.
Okay.
Click on choose. Click on JSON. Click on this emp data JSON. Yeah. This looks like this. One second. Where are objects and array? They are not showing it to you.
Yeah. Okay, sir. I got the issue. Okay.
Okay. Right. So you'll be able to do it, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. Good. Any other questions? Anyone? Divya, any other question?
Sir, connector in again, can you able to say?
Okay. And can you make me host, please?
Sir, I don't know where is the option to.
Go to participants. Go to participants and click on my name. You'll see more option.
Okay.
Click on more. Then you'll see make host option there. Yeah. Let me share my screen. Okay. So last time what we did was we created a connector with AtomSphere, right? Now we want to see that again, how to create that, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you want to see atoms like the connector and how to import that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you go to connect option. Okay. This will show you all the connectors that are available within Boomi. Okay. From so if you don't find anything or you don't want to search and everything, just you're seeing this connector option, drag and drop this. Now in the connector option, it will show you all the options available. All right, here. Okay. So I want to use Atomsphere API. Okay. So I click on Atomsphere API. Now it will have again actions like what? Get, create, update, execute, delete, query. So these actions I've already explained. So when you have to fetch data from somewhere, okay, you always click on query. Okay. Now connection. A connection is something that will connect you to your Atomsphere API. So if I click on plus sign, so it in this we have one WSDL URL that is our endpoint to connect to my account. So you are seeing this account ID. So when you have to make a connection, you remove this account ID with this. This is your account ID. Okay. So that it will connect to your instance by this connection. Now authentication type. So authentication types are again two types of them, password and API token. So you have your username and password, no need to go for tokens and all. Just put your username. So your username is nothing but the platform login. Okay. You give your username here, you give your password here. Once you click on this, suppose I enter anything here. Okay. I click on apply, it will come as encrypted. Always remember, anywhere in Boomi, if a password is set and it shows encrypted, and by any chance if you click on this, that password is lost. Okay. After this as well, even if you click cancel, it will show encrypted, but that password is lost. You have to re-enter it. Okay. So we have already made one connection last time. So I click on this. See, new Atomsphere API connection. I click on here. Now operation. Operation is something that what you want to do with this connection. I mean, I suppose I want to uh, fetch some data, right? But again, I have an employment which says I have my personal data, I have my address information, I have my job information, different things are there. So with this connection, what I want to fetch exactly, whether it is my connection data or whether it is my atom data, whether it is my uh, what is it, whether it is my licensing information, anything that is there, right, within Atomsphere API, that particular thing is defined under operation. So if I click on plus sign again, so it will show you connector action, that is query, that is set because we have set it under our connection configuration already. All right. Then it will ask you for an object. This object you don't know, leave it. Now what you have to do is you have to click on import. Once you click on import, it will ask you what connection you want to use. So suppose I'm using this connection. This connection is what it will connect me to my API. All right. Now filter, if I know the name of particular object, for example, suppose I know I have to fetch atom information. In that case, give it as atom. Okay. But if you don't know what objects are available, what objects I need to fetch, leave it blank and click on next. What? Happening here? Okay. See, I click on this. Even if I remove this, it should give me all the objects, but somehow it's not connecting properly. Now see, it gave me all the object types that are available for Atomsphere API. If you see here, these are all the information that you can fetch from here for your account. All right. So suppose for now, I want to fetch Atom information. I click on Atom, I click on next. Oh, it's not connecting to Atom. Okay, so somehow it is not connecting to the Atom properly, but last time we imported it, right? So I'll show you how that operation looks like. So if I click on this, I have this operation. So once I'm able to import it, my object will show me what object I have imported, like atom, and there would be a response profile generated from the API itself. So this response profile is what kind of data I'll get from API for atom. So if I click on this sign, you'll see these are the atom information that it will show me. Okay, if I save and close, save and close. Okay, now see this. This is one of your atom, like which said what? Divya local atom, right? See, another atom we had was this laptop, something that I installed on my desktop. And another atom, if you'll see, that's another desktop. Okay, like Varun local atom. So what I meant to say was, like, if you go to your atom management, these will be the atoms you'll see, right? The Divya local atom, this desktop, Varun local atom. So all the information from your AtomSphere API is fetched. Now the point is that's how we make a connection and we make an operation from any connector. So suppose I take some other connector, suppose I take SuccessFactors connector or NetSuite connector. Okay, I take NetSuite connector. So again, actions will have all those things again. But if you have to fetch data, you have to choose query operation. Then connection. If you click on plus for NetSuite connection, it will ask for these values. Okay. So all these values like URL, user, password, account number, consumer key, all these values are being provided by the client always. Okay. Because these are the things that will let you connect to a NetSuite instance. So NetSuite instance will have its own user password like we have for Boomi. Similarly, they have account number for, suppose they too have different instances like development, sandbox, production, right? So accordingly, they'll give you an account number, a consumer key that is being created from NetSuite instance. All these things are created on the NetSuite itself. Okay. You get these values, you establish this connection. Once this connection is established, okay, you click on operation, it will again, you have different options here as well and import option. So these options, if you're seeing, right, include list field. So in NetSuite, okay, there are some lists that are involved. So if you click that option there, those list field will also come from in your response. You again click on import, you choose your, so again now this understand this one properly. Okay, when you are importing an object for any connection, doesn't matter. Okay, you cannot import it from cloud, you have to import it from atom always. Okay, it will ask you what atom, then you can choose. So in here you will only see the test atoms, you'll never see a production atom shown here. Okay, so you can choose any one of those atoms. All right, suppose for the instance I take it as Divya local. Okay, then it will ask you for connection. So connection is nothing but what you have created in the previous step. Okay, then object filter. So this star means it will show you everything that is available in NetSuite. So this star is something like a wildcard. Okay, so it if so anything that is available in NetSuite will be fetched by this one as well, or if you remove this and click on next, it will show you all the objects there and you can import it. So that's how a connection and an operation is established. Any questions till now?
No, sir.
Okay. Now you have the Atomsphere API. Now what you have to do is, suppose Atomsphere API or any connection you have, you got a response profile. Now you have to map it. So in mapping, when you go inside, okay, so always your source profile will be the response profile from the connector. Okay. So for now, what we have is this response profile, right? You click on this, so that profile is imported like this. And destination, you can choose anything. Suppose for now I choose it as a flat file and I take it as this one. All right. And let's map this, this, this. Now another thing. Okay. Just now we have seen how many atoms it fetched, around 5 atoms, 5-6 atoms. Okay. So 1 second. Around 5 atoms it fetched. What will happen is, if you run this like that, okay, it will give you, so if I show you, test it. See, if I go to stop shape and click on shape shows data, it will show you all the documents. But again, these are different documents. It is very difficult. For now, it is 5 documents. We can see them one by one. Okay. But what if we have 100 documents here, right? In that case, what you have to do is, whether you are testing it or whether you are sending it anywhere, you just use a data process shape and combine them. Okay. Uh, Combine documents, flat file, and keep is as is. So what it will do is, it will combine all your documents into one flat file. I'll show you how it looks like then. Now see, instead of 6 files, you have only one that contains all the data, right? So that's how it will look like. You have your atom ID, you have the name of atom, and you have the status of the atom. Okay. So similarly, whatever atoms you had, it gave you all of them. All right. So that's how a connection, an operation, a map shape works when you have a response profile from connector. All right. So for your homework, what you have to do is, one, we have seen the JSON profile as well. So you will import JSON profile manually. to create now this was about how to make an connection to fetch data. Okay, now another kind of connector we have is how to send data somewhere. Okay, so if I go to connect, we have two kinds of connectors. So for example, for now we have local atom. In for local atom cases we can use disk connector. Okay, and for connectors that are on cloud we can use SFTP connector. All right, so see, you have FTP, FTP v2v you have, and similarly if I go here we have SFTP. Okay, so if I open this, it will again, what you have to do, it will have two actions only, get and send. Get is what, if you have to take data from SFTP. Send is for what, if you have to send data to SFTP. Okay, now suppose I have clicked on send. Now connection I have created it as, so again it will have a host. A host is nothing but an HTTP URL. Okay, that says https.sftp012.com, something like that. Okay, port is by default for SFTP, this is port 22. It is default port for them. Okay, now like we have username and password, you already know that, so you can have username. So these properties like host, username, password, these will always be given by the client to you for SFTP. All right, either they will give you or they will set them by themselves. Okay, so that's how you set an SFTP connection. Now going to SFTP operation, so what it asks is your connector action is send. For send action, if you'll see, what it says is either create a new unique file, okay, or append or error or overwrite. Okay, so these are options that you can use while you are sending a data to SFTP location. Okay, remote directory is again a path like a folder path, like I told you yes before uh, while explaining remote process properties, that remote directory is a path of a folder or a location particularly that shows where you want to send this data. Okay, if you click on force move, so even if there is an error, it will try to move that data forcibly. Okay, so that's how you create an operation for SFTP. But for now, since we don't have any SFTP setup, we can look at how a disk connector is set. So I drag and drop this. Again, the disk connector will again have two kind of actions, action get and send. So I click on send, I click on action. So since this is local only, we can give it a directory from my desktop. So suppose I give it as this. Now operation, if I have to create an operation for this, it will, what it will say is file naming options. Create unique file name if file exists. Otherwise, overwrite, append. So all those options that were available for SFTP are available here as well. But here is one more option that we have: create directory if it does not exist. Okay, so in this case, what will happen is it will create, if there is no directory that is available, it will create one for me. All right, if I save and close this, click on OK. Now while testing this, where I want to send this is to my desktop. So to my desktop, it will connect to my local atom. Okay. What happened? Did it send? All right. So if I go to my desktop, you see this file here, right? That file is available on my desktop. I can open this with, see, so I have the information here. This is my atom ID again, my name of atom, what is the status of my atom. So that's how disconnector works. Now one more option that I wanted to show you in SFTP was the get option. Okay, in SFTP, if I choose it get, in connection it's the same thing. Okay, host, port, everything is same, but my operation, it will show me in some options here. Okay, so if you see SFTP action, what it says is get for now, right? Then if I drop down this, there are two more options, get and delete, get and move. So in cases where you want to get a file and delete it, you choose get and delete option. In instances where you want to get and move the file, you can choose get and move. So once you choose on get and move, it will ask where do you want to move it. So suppose you took a file from desktop and you want to move it to downloads. Okay, so what you do is you put the desktop location in the remote directory from where you want to pick that up, and in move to directory you have to define the path where you have to move it. And in file filter, always remember that when you put a file, so suppose I have a file that with name Aniket, all right, but sometimes what happens is either you always put the file name as Aniket, or you can put it like this. Okay, so in this case it will take all the files that are named with Aniket. So it will not look for the exact match. All right, sometimes it may happen that by mistake you name it as Aniket. Okay, in that case my process will fail if added I have not added this particular wildcard option. All right, so you always remember, if you have a file filter that you want to exact match, that is different thing. But if you want to match it a wildcard so that your process doesn't fail, you choose or you put a wildcard option there. Okay, any questions still here on disk connector, SFTP connector, or Atomsphere API connector, anything?
Yeah, no, Ankit.
Okay, so now what I want you to do is set a file name of name, send it, send to local. So this is your homework for today. Okay. So once you're trying to do these things, just uh, make sure like all the exercises are done on time. All right. And if you have any question, you can ask me tomorrow for that. And tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll see how to deploy a process, how to make connections and properties extensible, what are environment extensions. Those things will start from tomorrow. All right. Any questions still here, guys?